Hello guys, this video I'm gonna explain the last one in our Java source code in our MapReduce application. Okay, assume you already understand or watch my explanation for mapper and reducer, and last Java source code is called maxTemperature.java. Again, we call this one is the job runner. So what it is and what's its tasks. So let's explain that. Double click and open that source code here. Okay, a bit more lines than the mapper and the reducer have. So let's see. First of all, this one is the main class. It's the entry point of your application. So what's the entry point? Here's MapReduce. Here's your MapReduce, here's a Hadoop system. Here's your MapReduce application. You need to send your MapReduce application to Hadoop and let Hadoop run it, okay? When you send your package to Hadoop and Hadoop find out, oh, here's a MapReduce application, where do I start to process this one? And the starting point is by looking at the main class of your MapReduce application. And here is what your main class. The job runner is your main class. In your main class, you define the main methods. The main methods is the starting point, or when Hadoop try to run your MapReduce application, you begin with the main methods, keep running it all through. Okay. So in your main class, first, this part check input parameters. If you remember, how do we run the maximum temperature application, we need to provide input path and output path, okay? And here is the checkpoint. You say, well, if someone running me, which is the MapReduce application, has the user provided input path and output path? How do I know? I need to check the arguments. Arguments here means how many inline parameters have been provided to this application. If less than 2 parameters has been provided, which means input path is 1, output path is 1, at least I need these 2 parameters need to be specified. If it's less than 2, then it will exit. That means wrong, stop, I cannot run with less than 2 parameters. If you did not provide me input path, output path, then maximum temperature MR application refuse to run. If that's good, okay, then they keep going. First, create a job. The job is a class provided by Hadoop, by MapReduce framework. You simply start a job. A job runner means you need to have a job to run. And we keep set up a lot of things to this job objects. Set job by class. This one, you simply copy it. What it does is that tells the Hadoop how to find a jar file. Set job name. This is important. You set your job name, so when you are viewing your job, let me see, do we have that? Right here, okay. You're gonna set your job name right here, maximum temperature, so you have a name. When you are running a real Hadoop cluster, you will see a lot of jobs are running. Then having a meaningful name is gonna make your life easier. Okay, set job name here. Here, file input and output. Here, our job in this case, our input is a file, our output is also a file. Okay, and this is the path of the file provided by the user when the user running this application. So we just keep passing along to this job. Say, well, this job input path is here, output path will be there. Okay. Then you set your mapper and reducer class. This is pretty intuitive. You don't want to omit these 2 steps. Next, set mapper output key, mapper output value. key and value. As we explained before, why we need to set this data type. Let me use this example, the model to explain that. Your job runner, your job, because the programmer developer developed the map and reduce, okay? So Hadoop, the framework, needs to know, okay, what is your mapper's output data and value, and what's the reducer's output and data value? Because, okay, for Shuffler, it's part of the framework, okay? Because the framework needs to take care of this step. The framework needs to know, okay, what's your mapper's output data type? Here we go, output data and type, okay? And the output key value here corresponding to your reducer output data value. So you can properly prepare it to save as a file, okay? And when you finish setting up all of this, you kick your job to run by calling this function. You don't have to change anything for this unless you want to have a different exit type. Okay, so this is about job runner. To wrap it up, your job runner is the entry point of your application. Okay, basically setting up these steps are pretty conventional. Okay, most time people just copy and paste, but this part, setting output types, will be customized for your own application. Okay, this is the last video for understanding MapReduce source code. I'll see you next time.